Hey there, kiddos, and welcome back to the channel. It is time for Burst Protocol, the most recent of the mainline Yu-Gi-Oh sets. I actually don't know anything about what's in here. I think there's like new Draco Tail, Exo Sister stuff, but all I do know about this set is that Stardust Dragon Assault Mode is here as the Starlight Rare, I believe. So, hoping I pull that. That'd be kind of cool to have, just for the sake of nostalgia. But yeah, new Yu-Gi-Oh set, and as always, I do just love ripping Yu-Gi-Oh packs open. It is super nostalgic for me, even if I don't really play the modern game. I don't really play with these. Holy crap, look at that big frog guy. That's pretty nice. Oh, Tribe Brigade, Springen's Kit, first pack, first secret. Oh, and there's a new penguin. First penguin. What's this? Alright, I was at first kind of curious about what this did, but then I saw how long the effect is, and now I no longer care. So, hey, first pack luck. Let's see if the rest of the box holds up, because that's pretty good. And she looks super happy to be just, well, smiling, shooting a machine gun. This is clearly Heavy's daughter from Team Fortress 2, and you can't convince me otherwise. But what else do I got to talk about? Ooh, BES. More BES support? Dope. That's pretty cool. Anyway, where is Yu-Gi-Oh at the moment? Yu-Gi-Oh is still in the hole it was last time we talked about Yu-Gi-Oh. I think Burst Protocol, as of the filming of this box opening, tries Boral Dragon, new Gun Dragon. Ooh, a new Magnet Warrior. That's pretty dope stuff. As of the recording of this video, I think Burst Protocol boxes are at 65 and dropping. So the curse of... Oh, that looks cool as hell. Assault Lich. An ultra rare Radiant Typhoon Varuran. The Marine Eidolon. Dope. Yeah, so boxes aren't doing great. Rain of Frogs, pretty funny card. And no one's really all that interested in collecting ultra-modern Yu-Gi-Oh cards, which continues to pick away... Ooh, Armed Dragon support. It continues to pick away at a lot of the value of this game. Ooh, hang on. I saw that. Oh, cool. So it's this card. Now, is this the Collector Rare or the Starlight Rare? I don't know. I have no idea how to tell the difference. But it does look nice, so I'm glad we pulled it. Although, back-to-back of the same card. Is this the first time this has happened in a Yu-Gi-Oh box opening for me, where we get the same card in two different packs, just different rarities? I think so. Well, I'm always glad to pull that nice shiny cardboard. As you guys know, I'm nothing if not a lover of shiny cardboard. Magnet Warrior, more support. Magnet Bonding, more support. Elf Note Fortuna. DD Alfred. Batman Alfred? Cool beans, cool beans. Well, we just started, and I think we got the high point of the box out of the way with our Secret Rare and our Starlight Rare, Collector Rare, Shiny Rare. I never remember how to tell the difference between Starlights and Collector's Rares and all that jazz. So I'm sure someone will correct me in the comments section down below as to what that thing is. Jade Dragon Mech. Can't really tell what's going on in the art there. But yeah. So yeah, no, Yu-Gi-Oh is just, it's not looking great. It's not looking good. There's always, in my opinion, there's always just a lot of negativity towards the actual box prices themselves. A lot of stores, what they're doing is they are buying cases, opening until they get what they think is the biggest hit that they'll pull, and then they'll sell the rest of the boxes. Not just brick and mortar stores, but online dealers too. They'll buy and crack until they get what they think is the best thing. Ooh, BES. So yeah, there's definitely more of that spaceship support. That's cool. Which is not uncommon. I know, like, that's a really common thing for Weiss Schwartz nowadays, is to just crack open cases until you get like your autographed card or whatever, and then sell the loose boxes. Exo Sister Carmiel. But I'm definitely hearing more reports of that happening in Yu-Gi-Oh lately. especially since like mid-2025 seems to have a lot of sets that no one really cares about actually holding, which is unfortunate in my opinion because, ooh, a new Dark Lord. Okay, there's more things in here that I care about because I remember Dark Lords. I used to play those with Lightsworns way back in the day. Dark Lords used to be really cool. But yeah, I'm sincerely hoping that this is the last like negative box opening I do for Yu-Gi-Oh! Because the new set's coming up. What the? Conduction Warrior Plasma Magnum. And that's just a big robot with 2 guns. That looks cool as hell. Victory Viper. Yeah, a lot of cool robots in this set. Man, I know I don't talk about it a lot, but I am a man, and I do think big robots are cool. So, hey, maybe this set does have stuff for me. Always good to see it. Oop, and there's our second secret rare, Ecclesia and the Dark Dragon, which is, well, it's a book title, not a monster name, but hey, Yu-Gi-Oh! Does what Yu-Gi-Oh! Wants to do, right? Anyway, I'm hoping that with the upcoming full arts on display for Yu-Gi-Oh! That things are going to really turn around. Another giant robot warrior. It's cool stuff. Not only am I hoping that things will turn around for Yu-Gi-Oh!, but that Yu-Gi-Oh! Will have a bit of revival. If Konami is careful, if Konami is smart, if they do things the right way, then I think that a Yu-Gi-Oh! Renaissance, a Yu-Gi-Oh! Revival, a Yu-Gi-Oh! Death to the failure of its modern sets could be around the corner, especially if they put a stop to all these aggressive reprints. Oh, hey, that's the set monster. Nice. All right, so that's the face monster of the set. Boral Shroud Dragon. Hell yeah. This is a great box. Got 2 secrets. We got a special art, a special rarity. And we got the face monster. I always consider pulling the face monster of the set. I always consider that good luck because that's just good stuff right there, you know? But where was I? Yeah, so I'm really hoping that... I'm just really hopeful for Yu-Gi-Oh! I'm hopeful for Konami. I'm hoping that they fix things and that they really just pull their minds into a more productive, more long-lasting idea because you can only reprint Dark Magician and Blue Eyes White Dragon so many times. Ooh, a dinosaur. Robots and dinosaurs? Hell yeah. But yeah, you can only reprint Blue Eyes White Dragon and Dark Magician so many times before it really loses its luster. You can only introduce so many alternate rarities before people stop getting hyped about it. And you can only really push the limits of what power is for the game before people abandon the metagame. Now, to its credit, Genesis is doing good from what I'm seeing online. The local scene basically died right away because people are only interested in playing, the local guys at least, from what I can tell, they're only really interested in playing ultra-modern, newest format, high-power stuff. They've really kind of turned their noses up at Genesis. But beyond the local scene, online, it looks like Genesis is a solid format. People are excited about it. People are playing it. That's a weird peacock. And that's good. Especially when you realize a lot of Konami's other attempts at making alt formats or deciding how people play the game haven't really worked, especially with them trying to come down on like retro formats and Time Wizard and all that jazz. Ooh, another Elf Note peacock thing. Cool. So overall, I'm optimistic. I'm hopeful. It's a cautious optimism because I do know Konami well. I've seen firsthand how they can absolutely tank interest in their game. I'm aware of all that. So I'm not holding my breath that everything's going to get great, but I do hope, you know. And Nightwinged Cleric is our last super, our last pack, and that was a great box. So yeah, overall we've got, let's see, 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 4, 2. This was a great box, all things considered. 4 ultra rares, 2 secret rares, and a specialty rare. This was a great, probably one of the best Yu-Gi-Oh! Boxes I've ever opened. And we got the face card. That's great. All right, kiddos, thank you so much for joining me. I'm quite glad to have opened this box up. You guys have yourselves a great day, and I'll see you in the next video. Ciao.